Fortunately, because of my age, 40 years old, I was that first group of New York City basketball players that wore the Air Force One when they first came out. And as you heard me mention over there, you know, it's very incredulous to us to conceive of air in the midsole, and you know, upon playing them, it was an immediate sell. You know, these are way more comfortable than anything else that you've ever worn, and that's what got us attached to it. And ball players in New York, you know, not starting in the 80s, all the way going back to the 20s and 30s, always have been sort of like style icons in their different communities, and were very influential in terms of what people wear casually off the court. And it was the late 80s group that sort of took our cue and led that into the 90s, and that 90s group of street kids and hip-hop kids wound up becoming, you know, some of the most famous and recognizable people in the world. For example, like a Jay-Z and a Nas, who not only are on stage, they're in videos, they're in TV, and now there's all this media surrounding basketball and culture and hip-hop, and you know, so now there's more exposure for it than ever before. But he is absolutely right. It's the people's choice. You have a shoe that has had no advertising, no marketing in 24 years. The only marketing and advertising that happened was the first year, and guess what? Print ads. Can you imagine a LeBron sneaker coming out right now with no TV ad? Or no, you know, apparel lines that go along with it, or, you know, no seating. Air Force One, which is basically, yo, we're going to hit up the best ball players, we're going to do a couple of print ads in performance, athletic, sports magazines, and not even that many. It was probably Sports Illustrated, Street and Smith's, and maybe Sport Magazine. That's it. There wasn't like a billion, bajillion magazines all around back then. So, you know, you're really talking about a shoe that has a lot of magic to it. And I feel fortunate to be here today to speak to you, because I'm like, you know, I'm still that little kid, you know, that was playing ball. I still play ball. I got a game tonight. I played yesterday. You know, I'm still a kid. And so, you know, when Nike calls me up, it's like, yo, what colors do you think we should do? Or, you know, how do you think we should tweak this? And, you know, I'm still bugging a little bit like, oh, shit. Like, because when I was 17 years old, 16, wearing Air Force Ones, yo, we died. You know, they didn't have no toll-free numbers back then. They had no internet. You know, we wanted to, like, write letters and be like, yo, you know, come out, please, with the olive green, you know. But you couldn't do it back then, so.